So we talked about all this percentage-based damage being countered out here by 4 Zoomers against the Morphling on the other side. Undying taking away the Morphling buddy counters, or the buddy system, if you will, with specifically the Dark Willow and Earth Spirit. So is there anybody... Like, do you think it's necessary to have somebody like that?
I think it doesn't
Like,
hurt.
you don't have to go Ags, I feel like, on Morphling, right?
I really do feel like if you're going to first phase pick a Morphling, I don't see why you're not comboing it with something. But they picked the ABBA, so they're not concerned about lacking a combo. I guess the fact of the matter is they don't feel like they need a combo, and if you're willing to ban every single Morphling combo or prevent it by picking it yourself, then it's like, all right, have fun with that draft. You're just banning random shit. Like, you're falling into exactly what we want. That's probably their reasoning.
This pick signifies to me that they don't care about having that buddy, because you don't want to buy Ags when there's a Shadow Demon on your team. You want to go all stat-based items so that when he makes a disruption of you, your illusions actually just wreck face.
Yeah, makes sense.
Becoming Abaddon's not that bad, right? You get the passive. Passive seems like it would be... I mean, it's not like a Dark Willow type thing, but something.
Could also be something that Sammy plays, right? I mean, it's not a hero you like, but isn't Gyro Morph something that typically works together pretty well? And I know something Sammy plays.
I'll concede that is one of the few combos that I'd be okay with, because you have like this mid that is basically a carry, right? Well, is a carry, really. So if Gyro has some help like that, then I'm okay with Gyro as a hero. But when you're relying on him to get 6 slotted, when he doesn't even last until 3 items, the game's over by then.
Other than that, the cheese option has been the fabled Sammy core visage we've been seeing occasionally. Not seeing, but hearing about and seeing banned, which is definitely a bit interesting.
It legitimately... Okay, never mind. They're just going for Drow Morph. Wow. I mean, if they have a good early game, these heroes will absolutely snowball and take every single tower with Morphling just sitting there and tanking with the ABBA and then the Drow Agi. But man, they really lack teamfight. They lack disable on Zoomers. Like, they're banking entirely on winning these lanes and snowballing. Yeah. What teamfight do they have? Like, how do they fight if they're losing?
It's like all single target.
Yeah.
It's all just like you, and they have to all be just pincered on the correct person at each moment. It feels very like I don't know. All the fights have to be perfectly choreographed, it feels, for 4 Zoomers, where
I agree.
Undying could just lay out their spells.
Slam them on the ground. Yeah, hit
that's it.
Whatever heroes are there, and you can win the fight. It's way easier. So Zoomers is picking something like crazy high skill here. I wonder if their last pick is going to, even things out. Maybe some Tidehunter, something like that.
Yeah. They need a Brax hero. He's not really... I mean, we don't see offlane Abaddon that often anyway, but that's not his type of hero regardless.
Undying ban the Sand King, because that would be a combination of both teamfight and persistent stunning. Something like a Tidehunter, you have to wait for the cooldown. Sand King, you have the cooldown of the epicenter plus the constant burrow strike. So yeah. I feel like that's a fairly good ban, because it covers both bases.
Here. I think Dawnbreaker would be really good here for both teams, guys. You know why? Because the hero's really good. It doesn't matter what the lineup is.
It was bad, so bad at the beginning. The Ice Frog's like, fine. Just starts throwing buffs that way. It's like, Ice Frog, over here's Beastmaster. Can you throw some negative buffs that way?
I wonder if he's going to get the hoodwink treatment. Become unviable in every aspect of the game.
I hope so. I'm sick of that hero, honestly.
Yeah, we have only seen it. Our broadcast has only seen it the one time so far.
Oh, hoodwink? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so good. Have you guys seen the Ags, the Ag Shard and the Ag Scepter? It's so insanely garbage. The Ag Shard spawns a little illusion of yourself, and then it does a 1-second bushwhack when it dies. 60-second cooldown. 60 seconds. Her ultimate has less of a cooldown than the goddamn Aghanim Shard.
It'll get buffed. Don't worry.
It is such horrible garbage. What a waste of gold.
Anyway. So what does Undying miss? We talked about Brax's hero for 4 Zoomers, but Undying... This is an offlane DP, so I guess a position 1.
Yeah, they need an actual carry to just seal the deal in this game.
Still a lot of heroes in the pool.
Yeah, they need a jump. I mean, I don't think you could just hope that Earthshaker Blink is going to be your catch for Drow, right? You need.
I agree. Yeah.
You need something that can jump on the Drow.
Yo, what about Spectre, boys? I feel like Spectre's pretty solid. You got the Cataclysm double global combo. Is there any breaks for the Spectre? I suppose picking into SD is kind of griefing because he can get an Aghanims and then break you. So maybe scratch that. But that would be the jump for you. That would be like the Drow jump. If Lycan was a good hero, I would say Lycan, but Lycan's terrible.
5 seconds remaining.
So this has got to be... They banned Mars. Okay, Brewmaster.
Oh.
Back
So this has looked pretty underwhelming so far, but it does give you somebody that can team fight. Doesn't really have a stun other than when he's in ult form. I don't know. I don't know about this hero yet. I haven't seen enough of him yet.
It feels like while everyone else is trying to single target that one, most valuable hero to take down, it's like they hope that Brax is like, don't come at everyone else. Here's a tornado. Here's that. Right. Stop it. He's just going to try to do damage control while the others get the objective done. But yeah again, feels very hard to pull off, hard to execute.
It does. Yeah. At least it gives them some like overwhelming team fight hero. They doubled down on that. They just said, okay, maybe we don't have stuns, but we have a Brewmaster, right? You don't want to fight into a Brewmaster unless you have some equally bullshit team fight. And they just go with the PA. Okay.
That's got jump and possible insta deletion on top of that. I mean, imagine she jumps, takes out Drow. 4 Zoomers could be insta chicken with their head cut off at that point in a fight. But the draft's over. We got to get quick thoughts on this one. Jenkins, I go your way first.
I'm going to go Undying. I think it's easier to execute these heroes in fights.
All right, Suns fan.
Yeah, I like some aspects of the 4 Zoomers draft, but Undying just looks like Jenkins said easier. I was going to say that too. I'm not copying him, I swear.
Yep. So Jenkins swapping his prediction based on the draft from what he picked before, and Suns fan will hold true. Let's go ahead and get to a break. When we come back, we've got our dynamic duo of Trent and Lyrical. Let's send their way.
Welcome back, Dota fans. We're already into the game. Game number 1 of 4 Zoomers facing off against Undying, Lyrical Trent. Your 2 commentators for this one, Trentster, which is now what I'm going to call you for the rest of the broadcast. How you doing,
Perfect.
man?
Trentster is doing great.
Wonderful.
Yes. That's what you like to hear. That's what I like to be. So we have a hero. I always ask for this hero every time there's a draft. I started asking for Void, and he actually made an appearance in DPC. He gets picked quite a bit now. So now I'm asking for Brewmaster these days, and lo and behold, he has arrived. I think this is one of the funnest heroes to play in Dota. Unfortunately, he's got some issues, right? It's very long cooldown on the ulti, but 7.29, you highlight over his skills. A lot of numbers, especially that ulti. Big numbers, Look at all these new numbers he got here. So we'll see if that can help him out alongside that new Aghanims he got relatively recently in the life of Dota.
The new Aghanims definitely feels like a highlight, and one where it's just, if not like a reason to pick this hero, but like another reason to pick this hero that feels like it could be quite strong. And one of the ones that I always think about is like the strength of that Cinder Brew in lane, and when you have somebody that's really easy to ignite it, like Ocean playing on the Shadow Demon, it could be kind of cool. I'm excited to see if that works.
Yeah, we've had a couple different spammers. I've seen Venge paired up with it before in the past in pro matches, Shadow Demon, so just anything that's nice and cheap.
Totally. Because any spell damage at this point is what's going to do it for you. As it looks like we're going to have a trade-off there. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Dubu making the walk on over, and Undying are going to end up finishing with a couple of those there.
That's pretty cool.
Get all 3. Why not?
The Zoomers did get a D ward, and oh, wow, Husky. Damn, he actually just denied his own obs on that pillar because he was so sure that they would come and deward it, since it was that, and that's how they ended up getting the initial deward in the first place.
Right.
That's pretty hardcore. We'll see if that pays off. But they didn't actually bring out an initial sentry.
Yeah, I feel like there's a meta game that exists there where, like, you're anticipating that they're going to do it, so don't even spend the sentry gold. Because you could just, like, play around that ward, right? And see, like, okay, they probably have vision here, but we're not going to expend the money. Interesting.
Well, up top, this is quite the start. They are just bullying. You can see just constant dagger spam. Right clicks from Ench. I mean, Dubu playing on the Ench. This is one of the absolute best laning 5s. It's kind of like Undying. This is sort of one of your big moments throughout the game. The rest of the game, Ench does like some vision stuff and then some healing, tanking. Undying, I just hit good tombstones, but both heroes focused at this point.
Ooh, a little bit of a block in here. Dubu in some trouble, but At that point in Nature's Attendants might be able to live through this one. In fact, just sort of standing toe-to-toe against Brax. Maybe a courier snipe there. Can't get it in time.
Oh, that's an interesting one. See, because if you have... Now he has enchant, right? So they can't do that again, because he could just take the illusion and walk it away.
Right. Very cool. Brax also has a stick now. That was something that they didn't have at the beginning and lost a lot of value there in terms of just the regen. And you can see Ocean only with the salve, Brewmaster only with the stick. They're going to maybe need to bring out some more. As down bottom, keeping that pressure on. Sammy able to find himself a little bit of farm, it looks like here. But they're looking really good out of the lanes on Undying already.
And as you were saying that, he just bought salve and tangos on Brew.
Right.
So Brax's going to get it right back up there. Gunner heading towards the bottle. Now, mind you, all right, this is Moomiander coming on the ward that Husky killed. But they don't know that was just taken. We'll see if that ends up hurting Gunner at all. But I mean, that's going to be both runes for Bryle, that's for sure. As obviously one that's taken by the Earthshaker, so doesn't have to worry about it. And this is a bottleless mid, which means your position 4, if they desire, can also go for that bottle. I feel like someone probably should, right? When you have an Invoker on your team.
Yeah, and I mean, it's weird because you also kind of need those stat items here in this lane, it feels like, in a way. And it looks like, at least for the moment, Saberlight and Moon both holding off on it. He's already invested into those boots, got some tangos going on early here, just trying to trade hits with Husky. So an interesting battle going on across these lanes. But so far, at least, I feel like a lot of the brews that I've seen just get like completely shut down and end up with like 3 CS at 5 minutes or something. Brax actually feels like he has kind of a lane here.
Yeah, I would say going slightly better than anticipated, especially considering it should be very hard to work the poles versus the Ench. It's like you don't want to leave the camp open because then she's going to take the big creep. So it's a very fine balance of like getting a pull the second it spawns or just trying to manipulate the creep wave in other ways. And already Dubu's now just doing another small pull while Tomato's actually bullying them with his creep wave.
Wow, and Bryle is just putting a clinic on Gunner in this mid lane too. Taking a look at this, I saw 2 denies underneath the tower. He's up to 9 denies on Bryle overall versus just the 9 CS of Gunner. This is, I mean, I don't know if it's just not the same Morphling that we've seen in the past or what it is, but now the rotation coming in, and with Dubu here, they're going to force Gunner even further back. Does have a Fairy Fire available to him, and trying to stay alive that much longer. The chase down continuing underneath the tower, but we can see the value of the Mango and just that little bit of mana that you need to get that switch off.
Man, that is ridiculous, though. Like, the difference of this mid Morphling, obviously, a hero that was supposed to kind of dominate or at least survive most lanes to be that far behind. That's got to be partially due to like the inability to now min-max all the time with the mana costs being added to the attribute shift.
Oh, and another deny there used as well.
Husky?
Down bottom, almost getting the kill. So there's a couple things that, like, mid right now is just yeah, they had to bring Ocean in for this because he had an empty bottle. Both of the water runes were taken. The bounty was taken as well. They had to bring somebody here.
At the very least, they catch an obs that have been placed on their sentry, so Ocean gets a little bit back, but yeah, it's certainly not free in these lanes. And their early rotations don't look that great either. I mean, they're a tricore of Morphling, Brewmaster, Drow.
Right.
Not good. I don't want to be behind with those heroes.
It's true. Absolutely. It could be a bit of an issue.
Does everyone else still panic the second it turns night and think they forgot about bounty runes? Because I'm not over that yet. Every time it turns, my body's like, oh, God. It's like, oh, yeah, right. Okay, not anymore. We're good.
There's some muscle memory stuff going on there for sure. I don't know if it's called muscle memory still when it's
I think it's called
like
PTSD.
Photosensitivity.
Actually, knowing our relationship with Dota.
It's fair. Oh, Husky trying to interrupt this pull. They did manage to get that catapult caught over to the side. But yeah, very early lead coming out here from Undying. 2,000 gold. You know, I never want to like talk too much up like the early gold lead and how much that matters, but they're actually able to get first blood over to the side. This feels pretty significant as they might lose another. Moon able to take down Husky, so 1 for 1 as both supports die.
Yeah, no deny possible there. All right. I mean, honestly, both of them kind of looked like they were close enough to the neutrals. There might have been a chance at it. So,
right.
We'll just trade a couple blows. That is desperately needed, though, to at least get the first blood gold on the Zoomers of the current situation. Gunner is just stuck. What to do, he says, guys. Oh, thanks for dying, friend. I wonder if that's where Husky was going, you know?
Exactly.
He was just heading out to die to help his friend out here in the mid lane. That's so kind.
Definitely needs it. He's maintained this lead of denies equal to Gunner's CS. 34 and 16 now. And this is a Quas Wex Invoker. I mean, that's pretty nutty. Bryle's having a hell of a game here.
Yeah, Bryle, I mean, I remember when he first popped on the scene, he was definitely regarded as one of these, like, hot new stars. Kind of like, whoa, all right, this guy is, like, crazy good in the laning stage, you know?
Right.
And then we've seen flashes of that from time to time, and this is definitely one of them. This is, I haven't seen a beatdown like this on Gunner in a long time.
Right.
Especially his Morphling. Like, this is, well, to be fair, his last Morphling was obviously, I guess, well, you know, old patch Morphling didn't look like this. New patch Morphling, this is kind of a recurring story.
That's true. You know, you see the hero model, you just anticipate greatness, but it's definitely a new hero, it feels like. Down bottom, a lot of pressure could be coming here as they have the Frost Mage in the area to get everybody all tanky before the move in with the Exorcism, which is available now. Saberlight gonna pop it. They've got all the armor in the world, can force Sammy back for the moment. I mean, he's got multi-shot, gets level 6 now. Are they going to try and defend this?
What's interesting is how powerful Earthshaker is when you have some of this Exorcism. Because, like, not usually a great rotator at, like, level 3, but, you know, it's just all about the Fisher, right?
Uh-oh.
Careful,
Now
Sammy.
Moving in. I mean,
Yeah,
Ocean made the TP down here.
That's good coverage.
Still trying to keep them back and away from the tower, but this is a lot of damage out, and with the creep wave still alive, I think they're going to be able to. Tower down.
Oh, and now Sammy stuck on the other side, can't help Ocean.
Although Exorcism wearing off now, that's 4 stacks, 5 stacks. Saberlight takes a big chunk of damage. They can't really go for that much more. Only level 4 on Ocean.
Oh, and Bryle gets a regen rune too. How much damage can you do here? What's he got? All right, not enough, obviously. Gunner's not concerned enough to Mango.
No, he's feeling fine right now. So a 3,000 gold lead, even though it's only 1-1, mainly out of the laning stage. But Brax does have level 6 now. Tomato had to do a little bit of a double take there in the protection of Blur, because the ulti can still hurt from a Brewmaster at this point in the game.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, 600 HP. Brew can definitely kill you. Now the 2-boots here, he'd probably be all right, honestly, with the heals. Gonna need some rotation help, and unfortunately, the 2 supports that are with him are a Shadow Demon and an Abba. Shadow Demon's got something at least, but the Abba is not going to be a huge help. Although Diving Towers, you do output quite a bit more damage, at least, with the shield always popping.
Sammy trying to chase down Moonmeander in the bottom lane, and well, just going to be able to get the walk down. Stuck around for a little bit. Sammy showing he appreciates the little help that he got there.
I wasn't looking, but I'm guessing he was just lurking in trees for a while and just got caught leaving or something.
He threw a fissure on Sammy just to annoy him, and then Sammy, like, ran at him. That's basically what happened there.
Interesting.
But it's all a setup for this rotation. I don't know if they're going to be able to get him in time. So, Drow gets a little bit of a pick-me-up there, going immediately for that Dragonlance. You can see that Bryle's still playing in the jungle, just very aggressive in their moves. And it feels like Zoomers are just going to have to be content trying to defend this triangle and be sort of more limited on the farm.
Yeah, I don't know. There was an old strat back when we first got Shrines, where you used to have... Well, actually, it was when Drow first got the one-shotting on the neutrals, where basically Drow would always farm these like big creep sections with a Brewmaster on the team. Because, I mean, Brew benefits with the Brewlings from the aura anyway, but this idea of, like, my Drow's farming, if you try and contest us, we got the Brew split. You don't want to fight that. Right, you know? So I kind of like that Brax is still holding on to this, but right now... They're definitely slowing down here because they're now taking their first tower, and I think a second's going to fall in their mid lane. They're going to be forced to defend this here.
Yeah, and it's really hard to fight in this Exorcism, obviously. They do have a glyph, which is now going to be used. Gunner going to try and pull the creep wave through. Catapult here as well. Waveform's in to dodge the tornado. EMP out afterwards. Still feeling very aggressive at this point. As Brax going to move in now. Fissure to try and interrupt. And that does keep their tower alive. Good aggressive play from Gunner there to sort of keep them off of the tower, knowing the limits of this hero.
Yeah, this is feeling like the threat of the Brewmaster game, you know, and also these stacks by Ocean are going to be the saving grace here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. These giant stacks, and you save the split to cover them.
Right.
And this was exactly how this used to be done. So we'll see if Brax is maybe holding out for something like that. Right now, they're holding out for the hunt on the same, but they hit their scan, but the scan from the Zoomers also connects getting this attempted smoke. Very well done.
Yeah, and
They're going to get a bonus point on Doobie. You are so deep, my dude.
Yeah, that's not where he wanted to be. TP's out of there, but the Banish is going to be there immediately to break it, and a couple more punches ends his life. Now, the thing about this is they do see Sammy up top. They would anticipate that there's these stacks going on. Are they going to try and contest, or maybe even just go on Gunner mid? Tornado lift up, doesn't have another waveform, but the walkway is there. Husky nearby, going to even drop the Echo, but it's not enough to kill him off.
He doesn't have any charges on his vessel yet. That's why they can't get this kill.
Oh, that's frustrating.
He just needs that one vessel charge, and this Morley is in so much trouble. But until they actually get a kill, this is just empty net worth on Bryle. And like, think about how much he is just like, he's so dead.
Yeah.
If there's a spirit vessel there.
Is under attack.
Obviously, if the
going.
Abba rotates, that was going to be a huge help.
Well, and I mean, they're just keeping sort of this protective sphere around Gunner and trying to pressure now up top. I really like this way the Zoomers draft doing this. I mean, obviously Undying are still in the lead, but they're not like extending that lead past this laning stage where things went really well.
All right, but what happens if they get this tower without Exorcism and then they find the Ancient stacks?
Yeah, that's the problem. The Ocean's nearby, ready to save it, but waveforms through. Still feeling so strong. I mean, again, he's got 33 mana here, but he just knows that like he can always get this off with the defensive supports he's got behind him.
All right, Sammy's starting on it here too.
Okay. What can he do?
Just get him. Just please, yes, help me. Like,
he's getting the bottle. He's
kill
out of
these
here.
stacks before something happens. Defend mid. Oh, they're coming in.
They might need Brax here to help if they really want to commit for this. And Exorcism is out now.
Don't bring them over here.
Ocean. Oh, wait. They pop ulti, though. And now Brax. Bruce Split comes out. The turn now. Sammy's moving in for this fight as well. They take down Moon. Now looking for Saberlight. Can they get anybody else in this chase down? Lift up onto Dubu. Keeping control and heading back for the stack. So they trade ultis. Bruce Split for Exorcism.
As long as Sammy Boy lives and keeps farming, totally fine. Unfortunately, all this is happening while PA also farms.
Oh, Saberlight.
Whoa, that's low.
Down super low. The trade around. Can they get another couple stacks up there onto him? Needs one more hit, but it's not going to be there. And then the regen comes through afterwards. Ocean not healed up in time. And yeah, now they got those Spirit Vessel charges. There's a 6-stack right now on Bryle. He's going to take a lot of damage from this, actually. And he just pops. Ocean got him. Dude, that's 6-stack. You never anticipated enough. It was the combo of that and the Cinder Brew together.
I like how he had one, too, and he's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, man. Damn, dude, that's crazy.
He did, well, 2,250 damage that team fight. Obviously, a lot. That was seven Shadow Poisons. 7 Shadow Poisons coming out there.
I like it. Good stuff. Damn, dude. Well, we talked about what they needed. Sammy's finishing off these stacks now as the lead is starting to be cut into a little bit. But, of course, Gunner gets caught by that Spirit Vessel charge. Doesn't end up mattering that much yet.
Hey, one thing, though. Tomato with this ridiculous blur. He's been on the lanes this whole time, you know. He's at 127 last hit.
Yeah.
He's 1,000 gold ahead of this Drow.
Yes. And
Now with this Battle Fury, that's some speed.
I am definitely a little bit concerned about how much farm Moon or Tomato has right now. As, like you said, Battle Fury done, going straight into the BKB afterwards. He wants to just get online and fight, it feels like. And then you've also got like Saberlight. He's going straight in for the Spirit, the Solar Crest afterwards. Already has Medallion done, about to finish it. A lot of really nice timings could be coming up here for Undying.
This Solar Crest build has been the, you know, kind of the I don't know what to call it, the weakness, I guess, of some of these offlane Death Prophet picks, where obviously Solar Crest is an insanely good item, but sometimes get into a situation where you kind of feed a little bit because you're so used to relying on that Yules.
Right.
You know, if you get, like, there is a lot of slow on the side of the Zoomers, so Saberlight has to be a little bit cautious. I mean, look at that. He's just stuck.
Yeah. That's a danger right there. Husky moving in afterwards. Brax still has ulti available, but Saberlife down to half HP. And look at the damage coming in from Sammy afterwards.
One more poison? Oh, no, I
not
can't reach.
range. Jeez.
Man, that would have been it, actually.
Yeah. Shadow Poison's no joke. 4 points in it early. It's deadly.
Yeah, so why don't people pick this hero? What's the downside of the Shadow Demon?
I don't know, really, to be honest. Like,
I guess his save isn't that great. Like, obviously very telegraphed. Like, you know, you can punish it with the vast majority of heroes.
yeah. Like, for what it is, it's amazing.
That was nice, though.
Exactly.
I like that.
So for, like, this type of thing, it's amazing. But then, like, there's times where it can end up killing your saved person.
They are really low. They can't contest this.
No. They take it. Looking good right now on 4 Zoomers, despite being still down 3,000 gold. Because I guess that's the thing we need to keep thinking about here. This is all without PA showing up.
Yes, this is the most blurred PA I've ever seen. She hasn't even been on my screen this entire game. Wherever the action is, Tomato's on the exact opposite side of the map.
Right. And that is going to be something to watch for sure. As, well, lift up there. But Abba pops ulti. Husky going to back away after that aphotic shield. And keeping him fine and dandy. Bryle, again, out of Spear Vessel charges.
Rax has one of his own, so if they get into another fight right now, Saberlight is in quite a bit of trouble. They have no way to clear that at the moment.
Well, we'll see. It is danger for sure. As Moon picks up Bullwhip. Anything else that's really coming online that changes things? I guess it really is just going to be the BKB, as we can see. Moon's most played heroes. He picked it first phase for himself. I feel like it's a pretty good fit.
I actually would not have guessed that it was Earthshaker. I probably would have thought it was Bat, if you asked me.
Really?
And I'm surprised he has 2 heroes above Bat Rider. I don't know. I picture like OG Moon Meander, and I just picture Bat Rider running at people. You know?
That's fair.
All right, Bryle. They made detection.
Oh, no. He did not have any way out of that one. Just gets blown up. Yeah, man. The thing about Shadow Demon 2 that's just so wild is this Demonic Purge is only on a 60-second cooldown. Like, that's what's crazy to me.
You know what else is crazy? He had a Midas recipe, and he just died. That is painful.
Oh, no.
He was just farming his gloves.
Yeah, that hurts.
I mean, that's a hard catch to go for, too. Like, Invoker is one of these slippery heroes that so often when you try and make that play, he's going to Ghost Walk away from you, especially with his new tree line. You know?
Totally.
So many little hidden paths.
I guess that's the thing, too, though, about, like, Ocean playing this hero, right, is just, like, reducing that movement speed being such a frustrating thing. It's like you can kill some of these heroes you might not have otherwise been able to. So, 19 minutes now. That lead has stayed static. And it feels like maybe that next round of Roche fighting is where we're going to be seeing a lot of this action happen.
I'm so scared for them right now, dude.
Yeah.
Tomato has a BKB.
Yeah. This is a little spooky. Oh, going on Bryle.
Brax just picked that like, whoa, okay.
See you later. Don't
So BKB, very important in this game simply because of the Storm Panda. You know? He's going to chuck you up in the air. You're going to be useless. You spend all this 20 minutes farming to just be cycloned for an entire team fight. Avoid that.
Absolutely. But then again, the other flip side to these things is the BKB piercing ulti from Ocean that can really mess with Tomato a lot as well. Sticking around.
Tomato, the slow pacing here.
Dude, I don't know. I guess that they're just like so hesitant about fully committing onto them here. And Gunner. Lift up. Already had pop Manta.
No fear. Dig in their face. Nice.
Like it.
Big plays.
Interesting. So they hold on to this high ground around this 20-minute mark. Sammy throws out a couple little rounds there. The chase in, looking for it. Run down. Gunner switched over into DP form. They back away with Sammy. Going to be fine. Ulti out. Tomato. Oh, the save, though. Comes out the last second to keep Ocean alive, but the stomp is there afterwards. Good silence out. Ocean trying to live. The
how's he alive?
Touch him to death. Dude, that disruption was so clutch for himself. Tubu goes down instead, and now Gunner's able to force the rest of them away.
And Tomato couldn't get anything there, right?
Yeah.
He got Husky, I guess.
Wow. That was BKB.
Wait, that was last
Echo
fight.
afterwards. Hax gets lifted up afterwards. That tornado, it was almost enough to kill him, but the disruption is out again. Dude, this hero's really good. They still have Bruce Spit available. Bryle's trying to get out of there now, slowed down for the moment with the ulti on top of him. Can they kill off Bryle in time? He's going to walk away. And then the jump out afterwards from Tomato. They've lifted up the DP. Saberlight going to get control, but this Fissure doing a lot of work. Keep the rest of 4 Zoomers away. As
that's a good blur.
Back in and away.
He hit himself from the Panda using the blur, right? Because he can't pop it.
That's a good point.
Actually, very crafty.
Moon, another fissure. Brax, no more ulti available. Has to back out another round of disruption. He's going to come out after the EMP. Now tries to turn, but there's way too much damage from Undying there.
Why does this fight have rounds? Why are we in round 3 of this fight?
I'm not sure, man. But in the end, Undying maybe a little bit too low to go back in to try and secure Roche themselves. Could be a bit too scary.
All right, so the initial BKB jump from Tomato didn't look that great. It got disrupted between the save on Ocean and then the threat of the split on Brax. He couldn't commit. Then the BKB's running out. I think the main problem for Undying was Moomander's blink with no good echo. He blinked in, it didn't look good, and he just like sat there. And you're just like, you probably want that to go off to, Morphling, Brewmaster, Shadow Demon. You're trying to ensure that you're going to get one blow up here before these heroes. You should get the blow up, honestly, with your team. So that's the kind of thing they need to see a successful fight. And that usually comes from just a better forward vision, as they were chasing a little bit deep into Zoomer's territory.
Well, now that vision is sort of secured off by Zoomers. Undying, on the other hand, trying to hold on to this area and, keep sort of their own jungle open for themselves, as it looks like they're just going to keep the Wildling Ripper in the pit, and that will ensure that Zoomers can't go for any sneaky Roche play. Instead, they're going to sort of be contained to their other area. Interesting. Still that 3,000 gold lead. Haven't seen it blow open yet. And Drow is starting to catch up to Tomato a little bit.
Is he?
Maybe not. I mean, he's getting his items, I should say, at the very least.
Yeah, Butterfly will be something. That will be a little bit of an issue. Tomato's never really going to have an answer for that. Rapier not going through True Strike. It really depends on how the game goes. All right, we'll have Moon. Moon can just kill him, right? He'll have the True Strike.
Uh-oh. Husky's in there. I think he's dead.
Oh, wait, no longer has True Strike this patch.
Yeah,
they killed Earthshaker.
Oh, no. Roche kills Husky.
Oh, did anyone tell him he doesn't get a TP anymore?
I feel like Moon should get an assist for that. That fissure block was sick.
Well, Moon might get his own assist up here now.
Yeah.
Oh, that EMP.
Really good stuff there. Pops the stick, but doesn't manage to get anything off afterwards. Putting himself to sleep. 40 seconds on the sideline with no buyback means they should
instantly
get this.
smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just running at him. I want to find Sammy Boy. Sentry.
Don't go back for that bounty. Okay. Don't go back for that bounty. Oh, God. Oh, he's breaking his Blink Dagger, though. Oh, Moon. He has it back up in a second. Not going to get there in time. Damn, dude. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, they needed that. That would have been like easy cement on Roche. And now, because Brew didn't use the split, there's really no reason to go in here. Right. I do not think this is good. Do not pop that ulti, Saber. Like, don't do it.
Oh,
you do it. All right, this is fine. Just don't pop the ulti. I'm completely fine with this.
The DD makes it really nice.
Yes. Yeah, no DD, and this is much more worrisome. I love that they don't need exorcism for this. And yeah, who needs a Yules? We can just go straight BKB, right?
The interesting thing is I wonder if maybe with how quickly that happened, Zoomers think that they popped Exo for it. We'll see. Forcing a fight right now could be pretty scary for the Zoomers, as they're going to secure themselves another round of the bounty runes. It looks like they're just going to try and dodge, though, as you would expect.
All right, when does this loop back around in favor of the Zoomers?
I'm not sure. It's weird. Does it?
I don't know. I mean, when are they going to have BKBs? Because this is like a field day for Bryle.
Right.
Are there ever going to be BKBs? Not for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like Brax kind of wants to, get into a couple of these other bigger items that's going to make his split more impactful before getting the Aghanim Scepter. And then, obviously, BKB afterwards to secure that they can actually get it off. Well, it's Tomato going to go for the jump away. They force back Drow, then able to secure this area. And now they're starting to really build up that lead.
It feels like a kind of a frustrating game. Like, let's say that the Undying just wins the next fight and it ends, right? And they just win. It almost feels like Zoomers didn't even necessarily do that much wrong this game, you know? There's just like this small thing of like, this PA's farming the whole time, but outside of that, like you kind of had right ideas for farming on your heroes too. but your lanes went so poorly that even though you didn't like feed like crazy after, I mean, the Morph never even died, and he's now actually ahead of the Invoker, but it still feels like they just can't really fight them.
Yeah, or the fights are so convoluted that it makes it feel like they can't anyways.
Oh, Bryle, sneaky in the trees, finds Brax, silenced and just gone.
Yeah, that one hurts. Now, fissure block off. Dead so. Maybe a chance here to fight or at least re-secure their own triangle. Gunnar walks up the hill. Tomato's there, gets clapped for a second. Waveform in, wanting to force out something here. Down to very low HP. Tomato now, in trouble. Gets the jump away, though.
PA.
Dude.
He just blurred that E-Blade, right?
I'm not sure.
He blurred the E-Blade projectile.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, that's a balanced spell, so it happens. Husky
Oh, Husky, not again.
jumped on.
As long as he doesn't get crit over the ulti. All right, he's good.
I think he's still dead here. Tomato puts an end to that one.
Could he have just TP'd faster? Was I missing something?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it was on cooldown.
Well, nonetheless, continuing this build, the build of the lead, taking the rest of the outer tier 2 towers, as there's still another 2 minutes left on this Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And already, Tomato
still?
coming up with the answers.
I thought it was like 30 seconds. Like, this has been a painful Roche.
Yeah.
They're just walking around the map, doing whatever they want. Brax trying to split push, gets caught. Now walking to your tier 2s. No real defense here. Sending out some illusions from the Shadow Demon.
Tomato down to about half HP. I mean, you can see the damage that's coming out. It looks pretty good from Gunnar when he's able to hit onto this PA. I guess the big question is just going to be like, when do they want to fully commit and go in on them? Obviously needing to wait until that Aegis is down, but there's pieces of this that look okay.
Do you like this Aether Lens on Moon? That was kind of cool. That's a humongous Fissure.
Yeah.
And when you look at the chase that they have with like Exorcism and PA, that humongous range Fissure is kind of amazing for Phantom Assassin, right?
Right.
Because like you can, as long as you just see the Shadow Demon, you don't need to hard commit, and then that actually rolls really well into still utilizing that heavily nerfed shard.
Right. True. No, I kind of like the idea of it, definitely. He is just going to go straight into that afterwards, but picking that one up and then using it in combo for the Keen Optic that he had, but now he's just going back for the Quickening Charm. Yeah, it's neat. I think that there's some cool stuff going on with that there.
Very cost efficient compared to like, BKBs or Scepters, and Yules isn't really that good this game because of the heroes in the enemy team.
Right.
But, BKBs, the next thing for Saberlight, Tomato, once he is Satanic, they're just even more trouble.
Right.
They're going to have to find a fight after this Aegis.
It's crazy to me that he's keeping that the broom handle in his inventory right now with tier 3 items up.
All right, that's a little... There we go.
There he goes. A little something different now.
Very kind to his teammates,
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of tier 3 items, they actually don't have any of them yet on the side of the Zoomers.
No, they haven't left their base. It's been a rough one.
Can't blame them. This Roche has been tough. Now BKB done for Bryle. So when the Invoker has BKB before anyone on your team, that's a paddling.
I still feel like this Shadow Demon here can do a lot of things in this game. I don't know.
He lost. Well, not yet, but he's losing. This hero must be trash. No wonder we never see him. There we go. Simple arithmetic.
Smoke up. Time to go.
All right, what's the perfect fight? Blow someone up. Dubu. Volunteers as tribute.
This is the classic. See if he does
nice
go
scan.
down.
Nice scan.
Perfectly played. They knew exactly what was happening here.
Oh, now they're collapsing. Oh, no.
And they have a DD on
It's a
Tomato.
massacre.
They have a DD on Tomato. Tries to blow up one right at the start. Gunnar. Spottic shielded afterwards. Dead. Saberlight gone.
Hero. Oh, that was Gunnar.
Oh, my God. All right. Yep, that's Tomato with the DD. They do dispel the DD afterwards, though. Sammy trying to take down Dubu, manages to find themselves one kill. Bryle, BKB out. Able to go for the 4 staff away. So Gunnar traded so far for 2 heroes, and now a buyback also. With Brax chasing, they get the lift up on Tomato. They can turn on to the rest of them, maybe. Oh, Echo, it only caught onto one. It's Ocean. He's living through this one. But the tornado lift up's going to be pretty hard to deal with. And now Tomato's back down out of the sky. Sammy in some trouble, trying to hide. Get some good jukes in there. Force step over to the angle. Chose the TP out, but the fissure says no. 4 are dead. Pretty as can be, as looks like Moon going to have to TP back home to stay alive after the Spirit Vessel. Brax, how dare you lift me into the air? I'm going to kill you now. And, well, just a little jukes, but easy triple in the end.
Oh, got her. One.
Oh, not there. Oh, he can't get him. Tomato able to back away and stay alive. Oh, my goodness. What a freaking hero.
Man, Tomato's game is so free, he was just able to go for this MKB anyway since he has the BKB.
Yeah.
Like, I seriously don't even think he needs it with, like, this Invoker. With no BKBs and just the ability to gap close. Pretty minimal on the side of the Zoomers. It feels like Bryle has kind of free reign in these fights, even before the BKB, but especially once that's out. And how can Sammy Boy play the fights if he's being bullied by this Invoker?
Totally.
You know, he's getting tossed and cold snapped and ice walled. He's just stuck.
Jump in. Tomato.
Man, look at that, though.
He's dead.
All right. There it is. That's a hero. That
There
is
it
still
is.
a hero.
I mean,
Marbling's alive.
dude, so much of that was just Ocean as well. Like, gets on top of him. I feel like Blur should be dispellable.
Man, Soul Catcher is something else, too, though. Very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and
Oh,
after
move
all
too?
that gold.
Just donating some more? Guys,
gotta
all right,
kill.
all right. Clean it up here.
Imagine if this was an instant Roche right now.
That would actually be the worst. And by that, I mean the best, because then this game is going to keep going for longer.
Right. I'll get a little bit of a
That's
chase
very
down here.
disappointing for them. This is some classic RNG not working out in your favor. Ooh, here we go. Oh, yeah, we're just getting our neutrals.
Titan Sliver, very needed. BKB is coming out next for Drow. And
Yeah,
after
get
that,
rid of
like,
that Manta.
huge injection of gold, Shadow Demon is going for the Ags now. Like,
Woo!
if he can get this one finished off, that solves a lot of problems that they've got, I feel like.
What happened? Did they just have like a typo when they made this Sags?
I don't know,
Like
man.
Scepter Charge 3.
Yeah.
There we go. Who
It's
else
wild.
gets their ulti tripled?
Yeah, nobody, I don't think.
Or even Bruce on his own team, he's like, you get 3? I only get 2.
It is wild how strong it is. And then on top of that, it breaks, right? Like, that's what's nuts, is that it's not just the triple ulti, but then also you have all these, like, talents that pair together with the 200 demonic purge damage at 15 right now.
You get the shard, so then you can keep dispelling your Morphling, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds nice.
There's definitely a lot of value to that this game.
DD, Sammy got it this
Finally,
time.
it's their turn.
Okay, Tomato does have a Lincoln's given over to him now.
And Alacrity.
I mean, he's the big bad raid boss.
Alacrity is 135 damage right now, I believe.
Okay.
So that's like his own DD, basically.
Yep.
Brax, walk softly, carrying a big stick.
Hello, Dubu. Control is there. Brax still walking in. Can't afford to get one-shotted. Sammy gets hit there for a moment.
All right.
Goes Scepter to keep him the
Defensively.
wave. Saber Light turned on. Right click. Saber Light down low. And Sammy saved at the last second. I don't know if it's going to matter, though. Echo afterwards. They end his life. No buyback on that Drow. And Ocean will manage to get out of there. The rest of the team all evacuate the area. Bryle still chasing
Gunner's
on
hitting
Brax.
neutrals.
Okay. Trying to run away, but Bryle has him lifted up afterwards, and there is nowhere left for the Panda Man to go. And guess what? Roche is up. Let's go get it.
And why is Moon making this shard look good again?
I mean, it could also be the Blink Aether that he has on top of it, and, you know, his team up 15,000 gold, but, you know, it looks good here now,
that
too.
can't be it. Speaking of shards, okay, this Roche, what's the change? Is the cheese getting moved to third Roche, or are we getting like a small fondue or something? Because this second Roche is way too strong.
I don't think
There's
we're
no
getting
way
the
this is
shard.
gonna stay.
The shard's gonna be gone. It's gonna
No.
be. It's gonna be a shard possible to drop instead of Refresher or Aghanims on
Oh,
3.
that's so depressing, though.
I
No,
know.
that's too bad, though. I think we need something in between cheese and nothing. We need like you know, he brought in the mango. Surely there's something else Ice Frog's really into.
Dota? I don't know.
Like a fine wine, you know, to go with your cheese.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I never really understood why cheese was a thing in the beginning, though. You know what I mean? Like, why cheese and why not something else?
It was probably the only food model in Warcraft. That would be my guess.
Got it.
You know, something like that.
Sense. There's a little bit of a mix-up here as well. It looks like we've got a Solar Crest being finished for ABBA, and then Brax has his queued up as well. Not sure if they're going to switch those up eventually, but they at least have a Solar Crest now, and the Vlads. Oh,
Look at that Fisher.
Good save for the moment. Promotion. 4 staffs away. Still living for the moment. Tries to get out of there. There's nothing else. They can't get him away. Does have buyback. It would hurt to use it. And Tomato just jumps on top of Husky. They get the buyback. Immediately running away. Gunner wants to end his life. Won't get there.
I don't think they have to go
and now
anywhere.
The turn. Tomato, the echo comes out afterwards. And they're able to back away for the moment. Okay, trying to retreat again. Brax down super low. Almost loses all of his hero in there.
That's his only panda.
It's not looking good right now for the 4 Zoomers. Gunner did manage to get the switch over into the Earthshaker, but it feels so anticlimactic right now. Obviously, no Aghanim Scepter or anything else, and Undying continue their dominance here in this game.
Pressing that buyback and coming right back at him with the Aegis there. Of course, she does have that shard too, keep in mind. So the break is available for 3 seconds.
Very frustrating to play against for sure. Just need some more things to spend money on in this game because Tomato is super jacked. And jump in. Good save for the moment. Sammy trying to beat down Tomato. Can't really do that much more. Dodges the tornado. Ryle takes a hit as well. Now the gust. Pouring out that silence. Long duration stun. And Soul Catcher. Dude, Ocean with the big play there. Has his ulti afterwards. Tomato turns though. Good save again. Disruption out. It's some pretty good stuff. 4 staff away, trying to live. Can she escape down so low and eventually going to die 100 seconds on the sideline? Nothing left in the tank from that Drow. Meanwhile, over to the side, they're able to catch on to Gunner. Gunner goes down too. Tomato with the double kill. GG is going to be called as both of the cores get taken down. Trent, they didn't have an answer for the PA. It's too much.
The PA or the Invoker, honestly. Yeah. The one or the two. I feel like Bryle looked like he was kind of smurfing this game where the enemy team just like doesn't buy the items versus you and you're just like, ha ha ha, I'm going to walk through all these team fights and just cast my spells and nothing will happen to me. You know,
totally.
PA is the visual. You know, you see her jumping. Well, you don't sometimes because she turns visible. But she blows people up, explosions, fireworks. It's all nice, but quietly in the back. You know, the guy with the boom mic that makes everything sound so good. It's the Invoker. You know, he's providing this beautiful PA for you guys, and he's just quietly back there, puppet strings. You know, you saw the anime. It's this whole thing.
That's how it works, exactly.
Yeah.
I can kind of dig what you're saying there. And I mean, I think part of that is also just how well they were able to play the early game, which meant that they like came online so much earlier around that Aegis timing. And then that was just, as you mentioned multiple times, devastating. I don't know if we really need to see like that much change going into game number 2. It felt like maybe some decisions in game was more what it was about, because this didn't feel like a complete and total outdraft to me. There were some things like, you know, a lot of team fight versus little team fight, but you know, maybe if Zoomers play the early game better, something that looks different. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it was very difficult for them to actually make an active movement on the map with the heroes that the Zoomers had. Because like, if you make any big movement, it's a huge commitment with your Brewmaster ulti. And if you don't use Brewmaster ulti, then they needed Gunner to just be like way more ahead, essentially, because he's the one with like these cooldowns that can be used. Like he's the mid, right? Supposed to be like a little bit more active while Sammy Boy's farming, and they couldn't really work with what they got to the laning stage from Gunner in this one.
Well, rough game number 1 for sure for the Zoomers. Undying able to take this one. We're going to see game number 2 in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to go to a quick break. When we get back, the panel's going to break down all the action. See y'all then.